everyone! Welcome to PumkinSnatch! How are you guys doing today? So, today's video is a continuation of Spy X Family review. This will be episode 15 and 16. Again, back to back. If you guys like today's video, hit the like button, subscribe, comment below. I read all of your comments and I love talking to you guys. So you can find all of my link trees in the description, okay? Alright guys, so with this episode, it takes up right after Lloyd was about to take out that dog, but luckily he was able to save the dog and just take out the bomb. So that was really cool. I was like, oh man, he's gonna take out the dog, like, for real. But luckily, it all worked out. Funny enough, they never showed him coming back to get the dog, but I guess he survived. It's okay. I'm sure he's fine. Anyway, so they end up catching the bad guy. Well, actually, Yer was responsible for catching the bad guy. She kicked the car, which sent him flying to a pole, which is pretty funny. Like, that woman has so much power behind her foot, it's ridiculous. Oh boy. Anyway, so they finally get the dog, and it's such a cute scene. At first they were like, no, we're gonna have to take this dog because it's like a special kind of dog. But luckily, it all worked out for everybody, and Anya wanted to make sure she got that dog, so I'm happy for her. Yay! Then they take the dog to the park to try to get to know him better so they can name him. And I was like, what kind of name are they gonna come up with this dog? I was like, probably Biscuit or Noodle or something goofy. But anyway, after spending some time, Anya comes up with the name Bond because he helped her find her gloves, and it's also the short name for Bondman, the little spy show that she loves so much. So that's kind of cute. Yay! So it was nice seeing this new dog and their little happy new family, and we also got to see the future play out that the dog had saw with being the family, like everyone all together. So that's kind of cute. I'm actually curious if the dog in the future will be more important, or is it just a dog that can see the future? I think, well, I wouldn't be surprised if the dog and Anya are both like experiments under the same plan, because we still don't know why Anya has superpowers. It's kinda implied that she's kind of an experiment, and so is the dog, so it's kinda interesting. They have like this overlapping relationship, so yeah. But I really liked episode 15. It was not as action-packed as the others, which is fine. It was kind of the closure, and happy for the dog, and Yer, and Lloyd, and, well, his little lie about having to use the bathroom a lot carried over nicely to episode 16. But I really liked episode 15. I saw the dog was coming at some point, doing like spoilers, but luckily I didn't get too spoiled. So yeah, it was still nice seeing this dog come together. Alright, so that was episode 15. In episode 16, it actually starts off more serious. Lloyd kind of notices that Yer comes up pretty late, and she's kind of roughed up. And I'm actually curious, at some point, they're gonna find out about each other, and I think that's gonna be, like, the big part of the series. I would not be surprised if something happens to your brother and it's because of Lloyd, and next thing you know, they kind of have to, deal with each other. Unfortunately, that would be really, really sad. So I hope that doesn't happen. Anyway, we come to find out that the reason why Yer is coming home late is actually because she's learning how to cook. So, from the last episode, Lloyd lied about Yer's food basically making him use the bathroom for like 8 hours. Yer takes that, personally. She wants to be better, you know? So far, there doesn't seem to be actual romance between the two, Yer and Lloyd, but it's kind of like almost like a seed that's slowly growing that maybe neither side realize it because the line between the job and actually the mission or the mission and the family, it's starting to get blurred, and I think that plays out in this episode as well at the end. So anyway, so she starts to learn how to cook from her mean friend. I think that's the same lady who actually tried to throw soup on her in the early episodes, but I don't remember. Anyway, we get introduced again to Yer's brother, and he eats all of her food despite it clearly being bad. Like, some of their concoctions came out really horrible and horrendous, and it was making him vomit, and he still ate it. He clearly loves his sister, which is pretty interesting to see. But anyhow, so she finally gets a good dish down that her mom used to make for her when she was a kid, and it was cool to see both her and her brother's reaction when they realized that she was able to replicate the meal that her mom gave them. So, by the way, what happened to their parents? Like, what's going on with that? Hopefully, we get more of that in the future. But so she takes the food back to her family, and both Lloyd and Anya love it, and I'm so happy to see that. It was a cute thing to see. But then she tried her own thing, her own little concoction, and well, it went right back to horrible food. I wouldn't be surprised if for the rest of the season she just keeps making the same food her mom made, and that's it. You ever got that one dish that you're really good at? Like that one thing? For me, I don't know if I'm like the best at it, but about a year ago, we were gonna go to Red Lobster, and my dad was like, man, these lobster tails are expensive. So I actually looked up how to make good lobster tail, and I actually think I do okay. No, so it's not that hard actually. If you're willing to like get one like from Kroger or something, and it's really easy to make. You'd be surprised. But anyway, I might share that story sometime. So after everything is said and done, we hear from Lloyd's spy friend that he found himself a lover and he needs a lot of help. And so clearly, Lloyd, like, he's not interested in this whole love interest that's gonna fall apart, likely. And so his friend convinces him to help. So Lloyd goes through it and like helps him practice and helps him work hard on getting down speech patterns and lines. Anyway, so at some point he shoots his shot and clearly she rejects him. I was like, dang, it's so hard out here for you guys. Even in anime. But anyway, towards the end of that episode, Lloyd buys his friend and himself a drink, and he says a particular line, basically like why he wasn't with his family. He needed to make sure his emotions aren't getting mixed up with the mission. And I'm like, oh yeah, I think he realizes that he's slowly becoming an actual like family with them, and it's starting to affect his thought process, like how he wants to move forward with this mission. But he does care about them. Unlike the first girl we saw he had at the very beginning, it seems like he actually cares about them. So, as I said in a previous video, I would not be surprised if in the end they've actually become a real family. Who knows? It's a possibility. Um, but anyway, guys, that's this video. If you like it, please like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on TikTok and Twitch and YouTube. And consider, joining the Patreon and donating and all that stuff. You can find all of those links in my description, okay? Alright, guys, until the next one, bye!